But there's always that guy. I'm using her as an example. There's always that one guy in the past or two guys that really get to her and lives in her subconscious mind, lives in her mind, all right? Because he made her over and over again. He gave her all these just exquisite, dark fantasies that she's always wanted, that she read in books, that she watched in 365 DNI, that she watched in 50 Shades of Grey, all these different things. Yes, women love those things. That is why they are bestsellers. But they get shamed at the same time for wanting to express these things. And a lot of times, they will only do these certain activities and express and truly open up their true nature to a man that they truly desire. And that is usually like the 5% man, all right? That's someone that his body is absolutely on point. He has a certain look to himself. He carries himself a certain way. He talks a certain way. That is usually the guy they will let, if you want to call it for lack of better, them. He expresses them, I guess, if you want to call it that. And that guy can do what you as the average man can't do. And she will complain to about you while she goes and gets from the other guy who she truly desires, all right? And look no further than, or also the successful man, all right? The guy that's his own entrepreneur, he's a multi-billionaire, these guys that live in their minds that are unrealistic, like the guy Christian Grey. This is what women actually want, all right? And then there's the way that you want women to be, which is they're either or they're Christian or they're godly or they're reserved, they're Puritans. But there's honestly so many shades of gray in between all of these women that there's never going to be she's one certain type of way and then she's one certain type of way. Women love to around just as much as men in 2020 and beyond. Women have over 8,000 nerve endings on their compared to the males, which is only about 4,000. So they have double our nerve endings. So therefore, they like stimulation just as much, if not more, than men. However, early civilizations realized this, all right? You have to understand, early civilizations understood this about women since the beginning of time, which is why we have the Bible and laws and rules and regulations placed on women a long time ago. This is why we had all these rules and regulations placed, because they understood female nature, all right? They understood it. These men understood it, and they wanted to keep women in monogamous relationships with them. When they understood, well, what we now understand now that we have media, now that we see the true nature of women, women are just as, if not more, men, but they have been shamed for it for so many years. And now they're finally opening up about it that we're able to see it. And they actually truly desire to sleep with a certain type of man. So when she says she doesn't want to sleep, she's not very with the men in her social circle, all right? Her social group of friends. She's not, all right? And the men that are in her immediate life, work, school, wherever she goes for recreational activities, those men might not necessarily be appealing to her, which is why she's saying that she's not. There's always that guy, no matter what she tells you, oh, I can't with you until this many days. I got to get to know you better. We just met. I don't do this in the first. You have to know each other more. Listen, there's always that one guy that she doesn't have to know very well. She can meet him in 5 minutes. She can meet him in 10 minutes. Like how he dresses, how he walks, how he moves. And that's the guy she's going to with, all right? There's not much getting to know each other, especially with these girls that have one-night stands, which is a lot of girls out here. They don't get to know you as a guy. They look at you. They look and see what they like about you, how you dress, how you walk, your facial features, if you stick out to them because they're thinking with their evolutionary brain, which is to look for protection, provisioning, and they want the healthiest offspring, so they're looking for certain qualities and features. Height also plays an important role. They will with those guys without actually getting to know them. That is the dark truth. And I think it's important that we as men discuss these things because a lot of it never gets talked about. A lot of the time it's kind of like taboo. No one really wants to discuss the true nature of a woman, you know? Now that we're able to see it though, and through media, a lot more men are waking up. But I just wanted to make this video because I read this post and it spoke to me because a lot of women, they don't necessarily want to have sex with you, but they'll have sex with other guys or one guy that they find extremely attractive. And trust me, they will enjoy it, and they will be fulfilled and satisfied if he knows what he's doing, and he will always live in her mind. All right, that's the honest to God truth. Like, this is the truth, and we've been conditioned and programmed to believe that that won't happen, but it absolutely will, with the right guy, with the guy that's Christian Grey like, with the guy that's in 365 DNI, those type of looking guys, and those guys that command power. Those guys can do what you guys can't do, and what you guys would be deemed or creeps as, because the mind of the woman is more emotional based and more feelings driven. All right, it's not as much logic driven. You might be the better provider. You might be the guy that gets all the bills paid, good with children, but it doesn't matter. If you don't get her down there, she will find someone else. It's unfortunate I have to share these truths, but it's good that we men understand these things moving forward, so we can warn other people, we can look out for ourselves. And you know, this is just something that it comes with taking the red pill, that you have to understand about just society in general. You have to understand that women have always been slandered for expressing their true polyamorous tendencies, but this is what they really are. All right, this is what they like, this is what they do, and if they don't do it with you, it's because you just don't get her that much, and she doesn't find you attractive. That's really what it comes down to. I wanted to add to the video that even if you do get this woman, she is attracted to you for physical qualities, or because you actually do get that down there, it doesn't even matter in the end, because she's always going to assume that there could be better out there, which is why I tell you guys, even these girls that are virgins, even these girls that are not as you would think, once they get a taste of that, once they indulge in that kind of activity for a long period of time, and they see their friends doing it and they see their friends having fun, it is extremely tempting, and they have herd mentality mindset when it comes to that, and they oftentimes, more oftentimes than not, will start to indulge in it. And I also want to add, you getting this down there in no way, shape, or form guarantees you will keep this woman around. It absolutely does not, all right? She's gonna leave you regardless. She's not yours, it's just your turn. But it keeps her around more than likely for an extended period of time, and you get to have her whenever you want, potentially in the future, okay? You can always kind of step back in her life, even when she has a long-term boyfriend or a husband. Just wanted to add that. I hope that helps someone else out there clarify the information that I released in this video, because this is some deep stuff, and this is what more guys need to hear and wake up to before they get themselves like stuck in terrible situations with the modern female. Have a good one, guys. Stay blessed. Continue to take the red pill.